countdown.
Yeah.
Show is. Okay, we're live, everybody.
We're live, everybody. Okay, well, let's start off by saying welcome to the Brian McCarthy interview show. If you're watching, it's YouTube. Obviously, like, subscribe, comment. Sorry, I had to say that. I feel dirty, but... Or it could even be Facebook. So there you go. But if you're listening, welcome. Sit back, scratch it. And, of course, we have with us Hollywood Howard today. Shout out to, I believe it's Chris Matthews. I think Chris M. is a big fan of yours.
Oh, that's my...
yeah, it's your fan. Yeah, exactly.
My one fan.
You're one
My
fan.
one
Hey,
fan.
listen.
But he is a fan.
You know what I say about people?
Where is he, by the way? I wanted to ask you. I couldn't quite read the...
in
fine
terms
print.
of...
In terms of the geography of planet
you know what? I
Earth.
don't know. I don't
Could
listen. Could be anywhere.
Maybe he'll tell us.
Could be anywhere on the planet Earth. If he's watching, you know who
It
you
could
are.
be anywhere on Earth. You know.
Pretty much. We broadcast.
Can you ask him to send in where he...
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
And
I'm
could
sure
you?
he'll hear this.
Yep.
And he'll probably,
Yeah.
And
That'd
we
be
want
fun to know.
we want your actual address.
Send
too.
us
Yeah, an apartment number.
self-addressed
And what?
envelope.
And what?
Self-addressed
Yeah.
stamp
And,
envelope.
and what hours of the day typically are you not home? That's what we like. to
Right.
know.
Yeah, that
And
kind of thing.
Any
right.
alarm codes you might have. would be good,
Where's your
too.
ring camera?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. How are you doing?
Good, pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But, you know, what is this about Barack and Michelle and
Oh boy.
you know, that
No, I
stuff
know.
that's been going
Yeah,
on?
I
I've been
know. I
hearing
know what
all
Yeah.
kinds of
A lot of-
It's
stuff.
pretty hot.
A lot
It's
of
pretty
scuttlebutt.
hot.
All kinds. About both of them.
A lot of scuttlebutt.
Oh, you don't know?
I'm not familiar.
Well, Adam knows.
Yeah, but it's just, I guess it's just one of those things where if you and I were running for office
Yes.
against each other, and I would go, I hear Brian McCarthy eats babies.
Sure.
And it's like, it's
I fuck
totally,
babies. I don't eat them.
Right.
I'm not a
right,
weirdo.
right. Well, you fuck them, but then I
Yeah.
say you eat them.
Yeah,
right?
what's your term for fucking is eating.
Right. So, you know, I mean, it's completely
I
bullshit,
understand.
but it's just, I'm just putting it out. It's like creating,
So-
I don't know,
so-
reasonable.
So there's
some-
nothing to any of this.
There's some chatter
I
out there.
highly doubt it.
What are you guys talking?
Really?
Stop talking around it. What is the thing? What is
Well,
the thing
you
people
know.
are saying?
Well, we don't
Stuff.
necessarily know. Oh, so okay. So the thing about
Thank
Barack
you.
Obama is he smokes crack and does gay stuff.
Oh yeah, with the guy. I saw that
Okay,
with
so
Tucker
you know what we're talking
Carlson.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the chef,
That's Michelle.
you know, no, their chef
Oh,
died in an accident on the lake up in the vineyard.
that actually did
in
happen,
about
right?
2 inches of water.
What, Tishmoo Pond? Well, I tell
Yeah.
you, the ground is very.
You know what I'm saying?
My grandmother used to say you can die in a cup of water.
you
So-
can. You
She's
sure
right.
can.
So she's right.
Well, it's
Yeah.
much.
If you're on enough
so,
heroin,
so do you think that
Aha.
do you think Barack Obama in a haze of crack and gay sex murdered the chef in brackish water in Tishmoo Pond in Martha's Vineyard?
I didn't say that.
All right. Well, I'm just saying it sounds like something along those lines. Well, you know what I always say: if Tucker Carlson's involved, I believe it.
Tucker Carlson is heavily involved. As a matter of fact, he just did. How come I know this and you don't know this?
Well, that's why you're here.
Right. He just did. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Better have a Hollywood spin to it.
It does.
With
An
the-
interview
Uh-huh.
with a whistleblower person who was directly involved with, according to this person's testimony,
I see.
with Barack doing stuff together.
I saw that guy. Yeah, he's
Larry or whatever.
Larry.
Larry.
Well, if that isn't a gay name, am I right, guys? Larry.
I mean, it
Larry.
could also be very straight, but you know, you can be a diesel mechanic or a
Yeah,
florist.
yeah, it goes
versatile.
one way or another. You're swinging left or swinging right. Yeah, but that guy's also a convicted felon. I mean, you don't really believe that bullshit, do you?
And there's no credibility? Is
There's
that what
no
you're saying? There's
credibility.
no credibility? He's
I
a convicted
gotta tell you,
felon?
I know that we never really talk
I'm
politics.
just raising it. That's all.
We never talk politics on the show for a bunch of different
good
reasons.
reason.
Exactly. But I also think you like to fuck around. I don't even know where you are with anything, which is fine. I'm just saying.
You don't?
No, I mean, I know. Here, okay, forget.
come on.
Let's put it all over there for a minute.
Where?
When you were an attorney, were you ever a trial attorney?
No.
So you never stood there and you're like, the whole system's on trial, that kind of thing.
No, I only wish that I had, but you can't do everything.
So when you're a constitutional attorney, once in a while you can be like, I want to represent this fucking insurance company.
Oh, sure you can.
Okay, but you never did it.
No. Because
So-
I was involved either in politics or in teaching.
I see. So you were an academic, more or less.
Well, I was an academic and an operative.
I see, an operative. Boy, I like the
yeah.
way that sounds.
Yeah. You see, that's a
an
rare
operative.
combination. Usually the academics stay academic.
Sounds
And the
like-
operatives don't know anything about, books and stuff.
Right. And you
But I can
Book learning.
I can go back and forth.
and where did you teach?
Yes.
Where?
Yes.
Oh no,
Yes.
Howard, come
La-
on, stay in there. Stay in the pocket.
Well, I was in Europe for a long time.
he's an
Where'd you-
opera.
Many
where'd you
years.
keep-
I was at the European University in Florence.
Oh,
I was
Firenze.
also in Hamburg and Berlin in Germany.
Okay.
And here I was at Kennedy School at Harvard
Ooh.
and Tufts, basically in Boston.
Okay. Do you like living in Boston?
Yes.
It's like the one. I feel like I don't like New England. I don't know. I have a real thing about New England for some reason.
A lot of people don't.
Why would you say that?
I find them. Okay, again, if you're watching, you live in New England.
Embrace
You,
it.
Exactly.
You don't count.
You've
You-
just alienated the
no.
whole region
Yeah. All those
of the country.
those clam suckers. No, I don't know. I find that part of the country to be sort of provincial. They're not a lot of fun. I know, like my aunt lives in Martha's Vineyard. I know people on Martha's Vineyard. They really resent New Yorkers because of various.
They are New
reasons.
Yorkers. They're all New Yorkers.
Well, that's what they say.
except
they,
for the natives.
they don't like. They don't like. But who else is going to spend $48 for a lobster roll? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but didn't your great grandparents came off the Mayflower, didn't they?
It was it was the Cunard, the right.
Came off the Queen Mary.
Yeah, hello, Frisco, right? The Ile-de-France, right? But anyway, I don't know. And also, do you know, at Martha's Vineyard, the bars close at 12:30.
No, but if you hum a few bars.
Oh,
like,
god
like-
damn
oh!
you son of a bitch!
No, I love the Vineyard. I love all my Boston years. We used to summer at the Vineyard.
Really? What years?
And
are
you
those?
know what we used to do?
What?
We used to take a little beat up, barely standing fisherman's shack in Aquina, right? At
I
the
know it.
very end of the
Yeah, I know
island.
it. Gayhead
And
also.
It was so
yeah.
beautiful
Yep.
and simple and just, I love that.
Yeah, not anymore, my friend. Those
Well,
days-
maybe not. That's
those-
40
it's-
yees ago.
It's big. Did you ever go to do you remember the nightclub, the Hot Tin Roof?
I don't go to nightclubs.
Okay. Well, I thought maybe.
I don't know.
Who would you go with? Like girlfriends or guy?
No, a good buddy of mine from law school. We were
Okay.
very, very close.
Yeah. Well, again, now the problem with Martha's Vineyard. By the way, this is Martha's Vineyard talk with
Yeah.
Brian and
Oh,
Adam and
yeah.
Howard.
Right.
Hi.
Sorry
Well,
about that, everybody.
Labor Day's over, but the countdown begins to Memorial Day. Thank you, folks. That's right. We're here to talk about all things from
All things
yes,
summary.
from gay head to gay head. So what I was going to say is you have a now there's a real problem on the Vineyard because there's no affordable housing on Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, that.
So, and it could because the zoning is so tight there. So let's say they're not building any new houses. If you're going to build a house, you have to knock one down.
Ooh.
So even
Well, that's
one
not-
in, one
what
out.
about the Historic Preservation Commission?
there's not really any historic homes on Martha's Vineyard.
Of course there are.
Well, okay. There's the Whaling Church in Edgartown.
That's one.
That's for sure. There are, but there's not. What I'm saying is like out as you kind of get out into the,
Yeah, but we were
Mid
in
Island.
these great old fishermen.
Oh, those are fucking
shacks in
gone,
the
bro.
Aquina.
Those
No,
are-
are they seriously?
I'm surprised. Wait, you're talking about
Aw,
a
that's
place
so sad.
where you go and you spend $80 for a week and you there's
$80 for the summer.
No,
What are
yeah,
you talking
and there's no
about?
there's no like electricity and.
But this was pre-Bidenomics prices, don't
Oh
forget.
god damn it!
Oh, I knew I'd get him on that
Way
one.
before pre-Biden.
I knew I'd get him
This is
on
back
that
when
one.
Biden was only 70.
That's right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This is the mid-'80s.
He was still selling Corvettes.
Yeah,
That's right.
probably.
He kept that one for himself.
I can put you in an IROC Z today. Let's just run your credit. Before I take this out around Wilmington, Delaware,
I'll
I'm
throw
gonna-
in the T-tops.
Yeah, let me run your credit. What's your favorite tune? What do you like, tunes? Anyway, so did you have a
Be
good
like
summer?
REO.
Yeah, it was very local.
Okay.
It was between 80th and 87th Street.
Yeah, you don't get
up
it.
and down West End Avenue, taking care of Cleo and Billy the cat.
Okay. Because you're still staying at that townhouse
Yes,
with Billy
town-
the cat.
With Billy the cat,
What co-
BTC.
What color is Billy?
She is a very classic tabby, gray with
Ooh.
the beautiful black stripes. But I mean, her stripes are like
Okay.
they
Really?
painted them absolutely perfect with the big green eyes. She's small.
I see.
She's maybe the runt, just a guess, but really exquisite. You know how they are; they're exquisite.
Yeah, I'm very
So
allergic.
beautiful.
I am very allergic to cats. We don't have any cats.
Oh, that's too bad.
well, it's all right.
Are you allergic to them?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think I am. The hair is very
Yeah, the
it's
hair.
fine hair. It's different. The
It's not
dogs
like
are
the
okay.
dog.
The dander.
Dogs, I'm still
Dander.
allergic.
They
Yeah.
have
Get
good
in the air.
dander.
A dandy for a dander. That's
They have
right.
dander.
The dandy dander. Well, the reason why I asked about the trial attorney thing is I'm going to small claims court on Tuesday.
Oh, you're
And
going
what-
back.
my-
What do you want
my
me to do?
final-
You a favor and represent you?
No, God, you
Oh,
kidding
that would
me?
be
Have you walk in
amazing.
there?
That would be amazing.
What's the
Your
issue
Honor.
of the case?
Hey, habeas corpus, I bring in here ipso grande del facto.
That would be.
We could wear barrister wigs. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, I
That'd
love
be great.
those. Miss those.
Yeah, we both go in.
Wait a minute. What happened?
It's a very
In a
why should
nutshell.
why should we stop being boring here? You
Yeah,
already
this is
know.
totally
Yeah,
boring
exactly.
already, so-
No, so I had a company come in. That was a management company recommended a contractor, and they came in, and I hired them to redo the floors
In this
apartment
place.
where we are right now.
Okay.
Yes. Redo the floors, 2 of the bedrooms back there, replace the wall-to-wall carpet, put in hardwood, paint, and do some electrical, i.e., mount some speakers in the corners of the apartment over there.
I see some mounted.
Oh yeah, I'm going to mount you later and go use speaker. And then put a few outlets in, and finally mount 5 televisions. The big one here in the living room, a small 32 in the kitchen, 2 42s in the kids' bedrooms, one to replace an existing television. So there was already like electrical and shit in the
Do you
wall.
have enough coverage? You watch all of the cables at once? Is that what it is?
I just-
like
I-
at campaign
yeah.
headquarters
Yeah.
where you see everything.
I put it. I just put it on, and I put on a show, and I run from room to room to see if I can catch it. Just
Oh, you're watching the McCarthy show.
the McCarthy
You watch
hearings.
the McCarthy
Yeah, we
hearings.
fired this up.
That's what you should call this from there.
McCarthy hearings.
Yeah,
more like the McCarthy,
McCarthy
queerings. Am I right?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Anyway,
So what happened?
so well, I feel like I may have mentioned this to you, and if I just interrupt me,
I
but
don't, yeah, I don't know how it
have
was
we
ever
already
here when
discussed this?
We've talked about it on
Maybe.
the show, but I don't
It's
know
maybe
if
not.
it was
Maybe I
when you were
wasn't
here.
present.
Yeah.
and I am trying to like keep this. I'm trying to tighten this up as best as I can. But basically, what
Well, you
happened?
don't want too much to get out because it'll be hard for the jury selection.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When everybody knows about the case.
They're all going to be sequestered at they're going to be at a La Quinta in Staten
I
Island.
was going to say we can move for a change of venue to Lahaina, Hawaii.
Oh, I like
Okay.
it.
Yeah, because there a lot of people are paying attention
Like,
to
you know-
this particular.
You know why I
material.
like a Molokai? Because the lepers will always give you a hand. Anybody? Hello?
This guy.
Thank you. I got
The
it.
leprosy
Got it.
humor.
Yeah. Father Damien.
that goes way back.
Yeah, it really does. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I try to keep it for you. I want to keep I keep all the jokes black and white, as they say. You know. Anyway,
So what happened?
First TV, 85 inches over there. The last day that they were in the apartment, okay? There's a guy over there, another guy. They put that TV in, and I'm actually in the apartment. There's boxes, right? And I'm watching them do it. And as they're kind of wrapped, they're at the end of their day, and this was the day that they'd already, whatever, they'd already painted floors. This was like the last thing that they were kind of had to do. And so as they're putting the TV in, I go over, they go, okay, they're kind of like packing up. They're not talking to me. They're like Armenian, which is fine. But although
Careful now.
I have Armenian guys that work in my building, and they were like, you should never have hired Armenians.
Okay.
I was
Wow.
like, I
They're
know.
from a different
Wait.
part of Armenia.
They really are.
Yeah, no,
That's
no, no.
actually, yes.
yeah,
That's-
regional.
Yes,
And tribal
exactly.
things are very intense.
Yes. So,
yeah, okay.
Anywho, so they're over there. So I go over to like touch the TV. I'm like, wow, it's done. And they go, don't touch it. It's not we don't think it's in the wall. I'm paraphrasing, but it's not in the wall correctly. That's ostensibly how it went down. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, well, it's not, we don't really, and they were like, we have to leave. They live down in Deal, New Jersey. For those of you who
Nice
are
It's
town.
listening.
up, but you can't watch it.
Yeah.
Just whenever you don't turn
it's
it on.
up, but there's a good chance it's going to burst into flames. I'm going
just don't go volume up.
Yeah,
You can go
yeah,
volume down.
exactly.
You can change the
Right.
channel.
Yeah. And for the,
But you have to leave it on.
For the love of God, no channel over 4. So 2 and 3 are fine.
You don't need anything else.
No.
ABC,
Oh, yeah.
NBC,
Yep,
CBS.
That's it.
Who
That's
needs
it.
all this other
You know what? So anyway, so they're like getting ready to pack up, and I'm looking at these two like they're fucking retarded. And I said, guys, listen, I understand you gotta get back to Deal, which again is about an hour and a half away from here. I said, before you leave, take the television off the wall, off of this mount. Now the TV's 85 inches. The mount is about 140 pounds, right? So it's about 300 plus or minus pounds of glass and metal and everything else on the wall. I said, just take it off the wall. We have moving blankets everywhere. Set the whole fucking Meshuggah thing over there, and we'll revisit this tomorrow. Like, no harm, no foul. You're gonna have to come back. So they were kind of like, and then I got a phone call from the building manager who I had to go downstairs. So I said, all right, listen, you're going to do this. and then that'll be that, and we'll figure this out tomorrow or the next day. But this obviously you can't leave a television in the wall if you're telling me that it's not safely secured in the wall. Like I can't even believe I have to say that. I'm thinking to myself,
What language
it's
was
as big
this
of a
all in, by the
TV
way?
as you get.
yeah.
What language were we-
Sanskrit.
Okay,
Yes.
I just want to make
Right.
sure.
Wait, they're Albanian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Armenian, I think.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh,
Sorry,
never- I
no,
thought
sorry,
they were-
no, good. No, you said
I honestly-
Armenian.
You said Armenian, but I think
No,
they were
I think
Albanian.
Probably
they
meant
are.
Albanian,
They are
but-
Albanian. I'm sorry.
Did they have
No,
the
it's
red
okay.
shirts with the black?
I just want to make sure
double
we're
eagle?
offending the right people.
They were
No,
Albanian.
that's key.
By the way, I'm not offending them. I'm just
No,
saying.
no,
they-
Oh,
it's
that's
a
what you
joke.
think.
It's a
I'm
joke.
just saying they're not people.
Yeah, right.
They were fine. These guys were awful. But anyway, so I go downstairs. While I'm downstairs, I get a text message from the guy that owns the company. And the text message says, thank you for your payment, because we had a check for them, but obviously we weren't going to give them the check until the last thing was done.
Right.
And so I'm like, that's weird. So I come back upstairs and the TV is still on the wall. Okay. Ostensibly, I mean, it's probably still as fucked up as it was when I was down here 5 minutes ago. There's boxes and trash and shit and pieces of fucking mount and things all over the floor. And I go to see my wife, who's on the other side of the house, and she was over there. And I said, she had the check for the guys. And I said, where are those two guys? And she said, oh, they came into the bedroom and they said that they were done. And they said that you told them to get the check from me. So I gave them the check. And I was like, well, none of that actually transpired. I said, so they ripped us off in a manner of speaking, but I said, so here's what we're going to have to do. Cause I called the guy, I called the owner of the company. He of course didn't get back to me. I'm like, well, look, we're not going to hear from these people probably ever again. So here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to get somebody in here tomorrow morning to fix this television, whatever's wrong with it. I don't know how fucked up it is or why it's not in the wall, but we're going to figure this out. And so we're going to spend an additional $500, $1,000, whatever it's going to be to do that. So the next day I go on TaskRabbit, which is this service web app that you use. You can find different people that are licensed and bonded that know how to do TVs and plumbing and that kind of thing. So this guy shows up and he's standing in front of the TV. And as I'm standing there with him and we're looking at the TV, the entire television with the mount comes like cascading out of the wall.
Just right there.
And lands right, like, and scratches up the floor and lands on the guy's fucking foot. And the screen cracks. There's a hole in the wall that is like the size. Remember Shawshank Redemption? It was like that poster of Rita Hayworth. It was like this giant hole in the wall. And I was like, motherfucker. So what do? We picked up the broken TV. I took a bunch of pictures. I put the broken TV over on the wall there. I sent a text message to the owner of the company. I said, listen, your guys came yesterday. They left the TV that was like they said it wasn't in the wall correctly. It fell out of the wall. Here are the pictures. I'm going to get it repaired. New TV. I'm going to send you the bill. And he was like, okay. So I kind of, within about a week.
He sent you a text back, okay?
Something along, yes. So within about a week, I was able to sort of get a guy, blah, blah, blah. Actually, though, wasn't able to mount it like I wanted to mount it, because I wanted to mount it where it goes out, kind of like it is over there. So it kind of goes out, you can move it around. The new guy came and he was like, look, these guys that were here, the original guys, they fucked the wall up. They're like, he's like, only way you can do this without really getting in there and doing some real repairs, he said, is to really mount it flush to the wall.
Yeah.
Like you've really
See,
got
he's
to.
from a different region of Albania.
No, he was Jamaican, which is a very different region
of
of Albania.
Albania, yeah.
It's at least a 4-hour drive from Albaniaville.
And then the other there was a second television.
So hold on, I'm going to get there in 2 seconds. I know
There's
like
more?
like the Twin Towers.
Yes.
There was a second.
I know everyone.
There's
yeah.
more?
Everyone's on the edge of their seat here. I know. So TV falls out. So I send this stuff to this guy, the owner of the company, and then get all the work done. TV. I send him the email. I'm like, here's the information. Here's how much it costs, down to the penny. Blah blah blah. He responds in this email, which it says in so many words, it says that he thinks that I pulled the TV off the wall myself so that I could get a new TV. They're not responsible. I mean, he absconded himself from any responsibility.
That's a really bad response.
Yes. So I just was like, I saw it. I'm like, well, I'm not going to get anywhere with this guy. So I took him to small claims court.
Oh, okay.
And then the first time I went, which was about a year ago, I went down with my buddy Arnold, and we went down together. And of course, the way small claims court works is you go the first time and he didn't actually show up. He sent some of his henchmen,
Right.
some werewolves, and they showed up. And then the judge is there, and then what the person can do, the person that either one of us, I guess, can go, Your Honor, I'm not ready. I request an extension.
Transfers hearing.
An extension, right?
Yeah.
And then the judge will do that once,
Right.
So that's what happened. So big waste of time. Did that. Went back again, and then now that this guy showed up, and then at that point, I had the judge. I explained the situation, left, and I won the judgment.
You did?
Yeah, for that television. Although
excellent.
they did a Solomon thing. I asked for
Yeah.
around, I don't know what it's, $4,500 or something like that, and I got half of it.
Okay.
Little
that
rough
may-
justice.
It's annoying.
No, it's so Solomonic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get it done. And
Yeah, it's annoying because I had it down to the penny. So in any event, so that happened. So then a few months after that, Adam and I are hanging out, kind of just like after one of the shows. We're sitting here.
It may have even been during.
It was during a show.
I think it was during because we didn't.
It was.
Yeah.
It was during a show.
But because we didn't, I think we would have gotten up and looked.
Yeah.
Had we just been hanging out, but it was.
yeah.
I think it was
No.
we were on the air.
What happened?
So we're sitting here, and on the other side of the house, we hear like a loud crash.
oh no.
And I didn't know because there's people that are working in the building. You know, sometimes you hear shit in a building. I don't know. So it could have been
somebody dropping
Somebody
something
else's
upstairs or
something.
yeah, right.
You never know. So we finish up. We go out, and I'm like, I wonder what that was. And I go into my daughter's room, and the 42-inch television that was in the wall is completely off the wall. The mount is bent, and that TV is cracked. And this is directly above where she does her homework. She's a homework desk, and it's literally like on top of where. So she was sitting there, it would have landed right on her head. And so I saw that. So then I called Jamie, who is the guy that works in my building, who had since then, by the way, had repaired this TV again and put it where you can pull it out, kind of like it is now. So anyway, Jamie is the handyman for the building, who I should have had do all this work in the first place,
Exactly.
but I didn't fucking know that. So
Right.
sorry, that's on me. But
All right.
but again, the company I did get thrown, the management company. So it wasn't like I went to like Home Depot and said, "Get in the back of the Hyundai. We're all going to go
Right.
put
You
some
can get
TVs
you
up."
can get a day laborer.
Yeah, exactly.
Though
right.
you may have been better off.
As many churros as you'd like,
to
boys.
be honest, those guys would have done.
there are
They would have at least
100,000
found a
of them.
stud.
Well, these
Just
guys were
came from
were
Mexico.
licensed and bonded. The guy the first time around, he could have gone to his insurance and just paid me, and it would have been the end of it. But anyway, so we go over. I see that TV. I call Jamie. Jamie's in the building. He comes up and he's able to ascertain immediately. He goes, the reason why this TV fell out of the wall, just like the TV over here, the 85-inch one, is that they did not mount the television into the studs in the wall. There are studs in the wall.
That one they didn't go into because I saw that one. They definitely did not. They
Right.
they didn't. They didn't not only not go into the studs. There was one of them they didn't even go into the anchor. They pound the anchor in,
Yeah.
and then it went like through the sheetrock around
Yeah,
the anchor.
it was
like
a-
he missed.
well, maybe they
Yeah.
didn't know how to do that. Maybe they didn't
well,
study that.
If they
at
did
school.
know how to do it,
they were in a big hurry. I
Yeah.
think. Or maybe they didn't know what they were doing too.
They just didn't give a fuck.
They-
I mean,
they didn't give a hoot.
They could have given and so that TV. So Jamie comes over and so that TV's already broken out of the wall. So he goes around to the TV in my other daughter's room, which is above the foot of her bed. And I know it's fucking tacky to have TVs in your kids' rooms, but I mean, they never
True.
watch them, which is
Good.
amazing.
That's good.
Oh, really? Why? It's Idiot Box? Is that what it is?
Well, yeah, it's the
You were in
inference.
Seersucker
That's
a week-
the
like the
inference.
screensaver,
That's
but
the
it's of the
inference.
New Yorker cartoons.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. It
I just sent in caption.
it's a
It's
yeah.
a good one.
All right,
Maybe
Family
I'll win.
Circus?
Maybe I'll win.
Right.
No, New Yorker.
Yeah.
Family Circus.
I don't actually know the names of the cartoons.
Oh, Family Circus is
Is
so
it a
cute. Oh.
is it a cat hanging off the Empire State Building and it says, "Is it Friday yet?"
Yeah,
How
I've
did
been
you know
submitting
that?
to Kathy for
I
years.
did that one.
So Jamie goes around.
guy.
I know. Everyone's bored. I know. You
No,
guys
no,
are bored.
no,
All
no.
right, all right, sorry.
Please continue with your
We're
testimony.
ripping, baby.
So he goes to Bella's room and he realizes immediately that TV also is mounted
right,
as
same way.
dangerously as the other one. Then he goes into our bedroom and the bedroom TV, hold on, this is good. The bedroom TV, that's not even mounted in the wall. That one is recessed into like existing cabinetry.
right.
And all this fucking
built-in.
All this fucking guy did was all they had to do was put the bracket on the back of the TV. The mount's already built into the thing. There's no drilling. There's no nothing. They just took the TV and they leaned it into the cavity. They just
built-in.
They leaned in the built-in.
People always have problems with their contractors.
Yes, yes.
Always.
Well, that's why
Right?
I'm in fucking.
Yeah, that's why they had that show
Yeah.
Catch a Contractor. where
Yeah,
you
it's all
you would
over your
entrap
TV.
a contractor into. They'd be trying to fuck a 12-year-old.
Yeah, I was going to say, catch a contractor, fucking a 12-year-old. To catch a
No, but
contractor,
they would find somebody like this, and then they would like, you couldn't get a hold of them, right?
Right.
Because they're like long gone.
do
With
they
your
also
money.
do they also give him cookies and read text messages?
Yes, and then they
Right.
give them a sweet bid to get them to come, and then they're like, this camera crew, and they go,
So, to summarize,
why did you mount this television with Velcro?
right? That would have been almost better. So,
Honestly, Velcro would have been.
Scotch tape.
So
Yeah.
all of the 5 televisions, none of them were mounted correctly or safely. So I went to small claims court a second time for the other 4 televisions.
Right.
So on Tuesday, I actually went already about 4 months ago, and of course they asked for an extension.
Right.
And now we're
Now
back.
you're back.
And now Tuesday.
But you have the precedent of the first TV, so
Yeah.
you're good.
I'm not too worried about it. But
They'll just
What about the one in the kitchen? Did they hang that?
yes.
they'll just split it again, and
Yes.
you know,
That's
but
why
the
this time-
question is enforcing the payment. You know,
Well, you can put
that's
a,
the question.
You can put a lien on there. You can put
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not too worried about that part.
Okay.
But I'm asking now because the maximum you can ask for is 10 grand. So I'm asking for 10 grand.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
if I get
give me
half
5.
of that, yeah, get 5 is fine. So anyway,
So don't Azerbaijani contractors are not advised.
yeah. Well, again, I went in with my eyes wide open. I mean, I thought, but
No.
because they were recommended from the management company.
Oh, but
anyway,
they don't know anything.
That's happening.
Jamie.
Well, Jamie's good. Jamie's the guy in here. That's
Yeah, I'm saying,
yeah,
go to
and-
him.
Oh,
Keep it
Jamie's
local.
crying. Yeah, he's good. So I'm
crying.
actually to put a pin on all of this, I'm going to bring Jamie with me on Tuesday, so that he can testify.
Good
Exhibit A.
idea.
Jamie.
Will he come?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he'll come.
He's all set.
He's all set.
He knows
Oh,
his
he'll
schedule.
come.
Okay.
He'll come. He knows what's good for him.
Yeah, he's got it right. I
At
said,
Christmas time.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that what you
we're,
mean?
we're getting close to December.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The
it isn't that
gratuity.
far.
You want a
from
little,
Christmas.
the old spot. So anyway, so that's what's going.
Wow, that was what a story.
It's a big story. I know.
I didn't. Who
Big
knew
news.
that?
I mean, this has been
All
going
the
on.
stuff was going on.
It's been going on since you moved in.
Yeah,
Like,
this
this
is
was
like-
when you moved
right.
in.
This one-
2
which is
years
what-
of,
Is that
yeah.
already 2 years?
Yep.
Litigation.
Where does the time go?
You know, you could never tell though. I mean, you come in, you look.
Well,
wow, what a setup!
I
Look at
know.
that.
I saw that kind of the whole process.
You
It
did.
was-
You saw
it was
the ugly
wild.
part.
Adam was.
There was they had to patch some drywall.
Oh yeah, and then they had to put a giant piece of plywood back there to kind of like center the weight because they actually cut out one of the studs. I mean, it's fucking amazing. And if I told you how much I paid, you'd fall out of your chair. But anyway, there you go.
Oh, don't go there.
We're here with Contractor Talk with Brian, Adam, and Hollywood Howard. And we're talking all things Constitution, contracting. Call in with your drywall questions and anchor screws and things like that. So
Mud,
anyway.
tape, the
Yeah.
whole bit.
So what do you have?
Well,
any?
these are practical problems that people have.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. But it's a it's a shame because it would have been just as easy to do the job correctly. Yeah, like when I
That
worked,
is a shame,
Like when I
isn't it?
worked in restaurants, I used to have some. Remember side work? Side work is when you work in a restaurant at the end of your
You got to
shift.
roll your silverware.
Yeah, you gotta
marry
do
your ketchups.
Ketchups.
I marry your ketchup.
yeah, right. Will you take this mustard to be
Finally legal to marry.
Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah.
after thousands
Yeah.
of years.
Yeah, what's your
I almost moved to Iowa.
Yeah, what's your pronoun? Condiment.
Marry my
Yeah,
ketchups.
thanks. Yeah, tell you what. Yeah, a man can marry a man. All of a sudden, the guy's marrying some Hellman's mayonnaise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
Exactly.
an Adam and Steve joke, but I can't think of anything that
No, it's all right.
sound a condiment that sounds like Steve.
There's gotta be something.
relish.
Go down the alphabet with the E.
No, I don't know.
Eve.
know.
Beef.
You ever have-
Beef.
Beef. You
Is
ever
that
have?
a condiment?
Shout out to Ted. You ever have Marmite? You know what that shit is?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
dude.
Yeah.
I actually kind of developed a taste for
Oh,
it when I
hello.
was working with
Yeah.
a bunch of Australians.
The Australians eat that shit.
Well, and Vegemite, which is the same
Oh,
thing.
Vegemite is
That's
great, yeah.
Marmite is
Yeah.
Vegemite, but it has
With,
like
with
beef tallow in it.
Oh, I thought it had like.
You know what the
Insects
the,
in it or
the key
something.
to it is you got to do 1 part butter, 1 part Vegemite, 1 part mite.
Yeah.
People don't know that, so they just spread it on and then
Oh, no, it's
tastes
too
like,
strong, yeah.
tastes like gasoline.
It does. Yeah. When I
But
was
it's good when you cut it just right.
I was visiting my wife's aunt and uncle at their farm in England, and
Did they have
her,
Marmite?
her uncle, as a kind of a goof, gave me this, and he goes, "Put some of this on bread," and I thought it was like peanut butter, so I put it on, and I took a
bet
bite.
they had
It was
a laugh out
Nutella,
of that.
probably.
I was going to throw up. It was really way too much. It was.
I like salty stuff,
So do I. I like.
but
So do
not
I.
that
But
salty.
yeah,
That's
but
country humor. That's what that is.
you know what I did
English country humor.
recently?
Yeah.
I went to a Sicilian restaurant, and I had
Forget about it.
bread with butter and then sardines on it.
Yeah.
That
Ooh.
was really
Oh,
good.
wow.
I got to tell you, I was very
Forget
impressed.
about it.
Sardines are having a moment, folks. We're talking
Are they
sardines.
back-
I
now
love
with
sardines.
these whole sardines, or were
Yes.
these like a minced?
No, no, no. These were
Wow.
late. This is down at Italy on 23rd Street.
Okay,
So-
sure.
And they
If I could live in one place, it would be in Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
I would never leave.
They do a good job down
Oh,
there.
they're fantastic. They've
It's
got
a-
everything.
Yeah, it's
everything.
a little busy in there.
Well,
For those
yes,
of you,
it's busy.
it's a place where if you it's like an Italian grocery store / butcher shop / fishmonger, and they have like 5 restaurants in there, and it's in the old toy building.
It's
and it's
fabulous.
huge.
They have
Delicious.
everything Italian. It's brilliant.
It is.
Did
It's the
they-
work of genius.
Yes.
Did they X Mario Batali from that when he got canceled, or is he still involved?
No, if you I actually have an informed answer
Please,
for you.
yeah.
The Bastianich family,
Okay.
who are the Italian family that owns several restaurants here in New York. Who one of the sons went to prison for some kind of shenanigans. Yeah, these Italians, boy, I tell you, can't keep him out of prison. Don't leave him alone with the silverware, if you know what I mean. You know, so anyway, they are the Bastianich. I don't know. Italy, I know, is owned by some organization out of Torino, which is in northwestern Italy. And there's an Italy in Japan. They're all over the place.
Sure,
So
yeah.
I don't know. I know that Mario Batali.
Oh, I thought he was like maybe I'm mistaken. I thought he was kind of the face of it until
he was
the
I'm-
allegations.
I'm sure he was very much involved in it. I'm sure until he got I don't know how he got a civil case for like fingering waitresses in the walk-in or something like that. Or
Yeah.
Is that
I
what
thi-
he did?
yeah, I think it's funny that
Something.
the-
Yeah.
There was
I haven't followed
Sodomized
that
somebody
one.
with a crock, I think.
yeah, exactly.
Ow.
Right. Yeah. Oof. Wait, I'd almost be like, put that thing in horizontally. Might as well. At least it'll bend a little
Not as
bit.
comfortable going in as they are to wear.
I don't like any shoes that are dishwasher safe.
I know, me neither.
I hate Crocs. You know what I just treated myself to, Howard?
What?
A pair of Gucci loafers. Oh yeah, GG's baby.
Where'd
Got
you
my-
get those?
Got my sleds. I got them at the Gucci store, of course, Fifth Avenue, in the Trump building.
Not the outlet mall.
Wow.
Or something. I mean,
I went-
this guy buys full price off the rack.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
I'm going to say
I actually.
times are good around here.
Oh yeah, we're having a really good month. August was great. A lot of. Yeah, I have a snowball stand. I was hand over fist, boy. I tell
But
ya.
it snowballs like
It's
the
snowballs.
sex
Yeah.
kind.
Had you guys ever had a snowball?
No.
Like a hostess.
No, they're
No,
disgusting.
no. Hold on.
Oh.
It is a Maryland, Baltimore thing where it's basically crushed ice with like syrup on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it has
Ugly.
Well,
yes. I believe I have
but
at
it's
one point.
only in Maryland. It's like
Yeah,
it doesn't.
should be only in Maryland.
All right, don't be cunty. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not a lemon ice. It's all right. Now we're
lemon
talking
ice.
Corona lemon ice.
Oh,
they
I just
ser-
went to the Lemon Ice King in Corona.
Get outta
Yeah.
here.
Except the only thing is you get
God.
like 2 blocks away and it starts to melt and then you just have
Well-
like a red hand
Yeah, I don't like
for the
that.
rest of the day.
Yeah.
Well, it's
you gotta
hot.
you gotta really fucking take
have
that
to eat
thing
it right
down
there.
fast.
Mm,
Well, I mean, I try, but
Do tell.
I'll get a headache.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it? Do they have other flavors of the lemon ice place?
Oh, dude, they have like
Okay.
like
Foul.
weird ones like cookie dough
Oh, ugh.
stuff you wouldn't want.
Everything's gotten.
But it's
a
not.
lemon ice.
But it's
Oh,
not.
every fucking flavor.
But it's not dairy. It's like so. It's like a lemon
No,
ice.
Maybe like low fat. Or, I don't know.
No, but I'm saying.
kosher.
I think.
Oh,
Yes, of course it is. Right.
I don't
but
know that it's
hollow.
there.
But it's got. It can't be. I think by definition, anything called ice, I can't have like milk in it or whatever it is. I think it has to
Yeah, I
be.
don't know.
Yeah. Like there's down in Philadelphia, they have Rita's. They got water ice.
Water ice.
Water
right?
ice.
And what is
Water
that
ice.
exactly?
Water ice.
'Cause I've heard of it, but
It's
I
like
never
a
had
lemon.
one.
It's a lemon ice.
The lemon ice.
It's the same.
It's
kind of
all
thing.
ice and flavor. These
Yes.
are all.
Yes.
It's ice and flavor.
But Baltimore, being a town that's a total fucking pile of dirt, they have.
I think we call in Minnesota. We just call it a snow cone.
it's
the
not
snowball.
It's not.
is the same thing as a snow cone?
It's not.
I don't know.
It's not dissimilar, but it comes in a snow cone. Comes in an actual cone. This comes in like like a snow. Yeah, exactly. Got to get real quick. You think
minus
you think a lemon ice is
you gotta
bad?
bring your own.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah.
a
container.
Yeah.
Bring your own
Yeah.
container.
And sometimes during game day, they give you little helmets, little batting helmets. But no, it's like a cup, like when you get a soda in or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
and they put the
But
but
it's got a flat bottom. That's good.
yes,
You could let it.
yes.
That's much more practical.
And also they also have marshmallow topping, the fluff and everything. You can they really
for a
yeah.
really
Yeah, it's good.
You put marshmallow fluff on a
Look up Baltimore snow cone for a minute.
Yeah,
please.
What
in
about,
Baltimore, you can
snowball?
do this
What
stuff.
about a lake trout sandwich? You ever have one of those?
Yeah, it's not
Ooh,
even
that
late.
sounds
Yes, it's
good.
actually it's whiting. It's not even late.
Wait, what do they call it? A
It's
Snowball.
Baltimore
Snowball.
snowball, hon.
ball? I think I
Okay,
got.
we were
I think
there.
I got a Baltimore snowball in a dorm room.
Whoa.
Do you know what a snowball is? The sexual term. It's when someone gives you oral sex and then they pass your cum back into your mouth by French kissing you. It's called a
Okay.
snowball.
Oh, I didn't know that was called a snowball.
I call it my honeymoon. Hello.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, you see
Howard,
it?
that's what it looks like with the fluff on there,
Yeah.
and it looks like some kind of
Oh,
little.
it's really nice.
It's like some kind
That
of
looks delicious.
sprinkled.
Well, sprinkles of that.
Yeah, what is that?
they're-
Cinnamon? Or?
They're going off. I
looks
think
like a Caribbean spice blend.
they've made some innovations. I think in snowball since I left Baltimore.
Oh, no doubt.
150 years ago. But you would go around Baltimore and there are famous snowball stands all over the
Yeah,
city. You know,
that's what you
go
had.
and That's what we have. That and crabs and fentanyl.
right.
Actually, back then it was
Those are-
heroin. We used to buy cocaine in Baltimore at this gay bar called the Hippo, and it was such weak, bad cocaine that because we bought it at a gay bar, we called it fairy dust.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
it's
it cheap?
No, I mean it
No.
was $60 for like
Just
what
like
would be
real bad street
Yeah,
coke.
but yeah, it was like
But
club
that's not
club
cheap
coke.
then.
No, I mean it wasn't. I mean it was cocaine has
lot.
always been around. And $60 seems to be like a magic number for cocaine.
Oh, is
Like,
it?
You know, yeah, more or less. Never done cocaine?
60 minutes, 60 seconds.
No, it doesn't last that long.
You ever do
No,
coke?
not my kind of drug.
You ever do coke? Yeah, you ever take
No.
You've done acid though,
Did I
right?
miss something?
Well, I mean, I would think just because by virtue of your age, being in the 80s and all these trips to the south of France and everything with the Ogliarchs and everything and running around with ballerinas from
No,
Milan.
I
and,
stayed clear of that. I told you I was a Quaalude man.
yeah, you
so-
love your Quaaludes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, there is only you only can go to
Those-
South
those
Africa.
are-
Do you ever think at your advanced age? Do you think you'll ever travel again? Think you'll ever
Not
leave?
at this rate.
What do you mean by that?
No, I haven't been anywhere, literally.
But I'm saying, like, is there a place?
I might. Yeah, I might.
Okay, where would you like to go?
Oh, no, it doesn't work that way
What do you mean?
for me.
Can I just ask you a question? And you
Yeah,
answer?
no, but I have to
No,
ask you. No,
no, you can't.
I can't.
No.
Without
Well,
getting
one of the
weird.
things that I remember, I told you that it was slightly more than half a century ago when I had my
51 years ago.
when I had my chart read here on East 82nd
Oh
Street.
boy,
With
astrologer.
Is Elizabeth Racine, this great lady
she's
and a
one of the
great
good ones.
astrologer.
Right.
And I remember she stopping and saying, "Well, now you're going to do a lot of travel, but it won't be, vacations and that kind of thing. You travel for work." And that has absolutely been
Yeah.
true in my life, and it still will be. So if I get onto something that's involved that way, otherwise I can't sit down and say, "Oh, I'm going to take a vacation here and there." That doesn't happen.
Okay, I didn't.
Interesting, but it's
All right.
Exactly.
Well, now that
That's what she told me.
listen, your life is not beholden to some woman wrapped in a shawl on the Upper West Side.
You know, the only reading I ever got was from
She had
our,
a turban.
our
on,
guest
too.
Vicky.
who?
Remember
Vicky?
the lady that had the gangbang with the New York Rangers
Oh yeah.
farm team?
Yes,
That's
yes.
the only reading I ever got.
Oh yeah. What did she say? I in your future you're gonna come all over me if you want to. If you want to, you
I
can
see
fuck
snowballs
me.
in your
Yeah,
future.
Oh yeah.
Snowballs.
She would willingly take a snowball from several different. Come on, boys, line them up.
Did she actually read your chart, or did she just
She
look
read
in the
my
Daily
palm.
News?
Right.
And
Oh,
she
that's a
said
different method. Not that
upsetting
it's a-
things to me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
What did she
I
say
don't-
to you? What was
no,
the most
she just said my current relationship I'm in is not the person I'm going to be with, but I'm going to meet someone really soon,
Oh.
and it's going to be a whirlwind romance. And this was 3 months ago.
Well,
What
in
happened?
the-
Still waiting. I think it might be Howard.
Imagine you go home, you tell your girlfriend, you're
Oh,
like,
this just happened.
well,
Not 3 months ago.
yeah,
So soon could still be.
I'm like,
out
sorry,
there.
honey.
yeah, like
A lady named Vicky
Yeah.
that used to be an art
yeah,
teacher.
yeah, exactly. Who got
Well,
gangbanged
now
by
you-
the New York Rangers?
You know the one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Listen,
no, you have
yeah.
to separate out the serious prognostication.
Well, but
from
in
that.
my
Come on.
point being is that I don't love the idea of it because I think if I tell you a thing, then that's going to be in your fucking head. I might be totally wrong.
No.
Because people can be wrong about things. So I just
Yes.
don't think it's a good idea.
No,
Period.
the be in your head thing does it. It's absolutely no.
Okay,
It has nothing to do with what's in your head and not in your head. It has
Okay.
to do with what is going to happen
Well,
or not.
again, it's your opinion.
Of course, it's my opinion.
Anything's an opinion.
I'm
yeah.
preoccupied by a fucking Randy art teacher's
Yeah,
prognosis. So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, it's a little skewed.
I didn't tell you about the Indian guy, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is gonna blow your mind. I'm so glad you're here because this is gonna fucking weird you out, and I promise you, this is 100% true.
All right.
So a couple weeks ago, on Sunday, I'm walking up Madison Avenue. I'm right behind St. Patrick's, right, like 47th Street, right?
Okay.
I'm walking
Yeah.
up. I had to go to Alden's to buy some shoe trees.
Wow.
Thank you. They have cedar shoe trees there. Had to buy some
For
shoe
your new
trees. Boy,
Gucci loafers.
If only I could suck
You guys
my own.
rob a bank
Yeah.
or something?
I could suck my own dick. No,
Yeah.
the shoe trees like $25. They're fine. But anyway, I'm walking up Madison Avenue. I've been AirPod in. I'm listening to whatever I'm listening to. As I'm walking up, my vision's not great, but as I'm walking up, there's a guy who's striding purposely towards me. Okay. And he gets very close to me, and he is of Indian extraction, could be Pakistani, could be, but whatever that is. But he's wearing he looks like he's an IT guy. He has like a collared shirt on and Dockers. And he stands in front of me and he says to me, he goes, "You have a very intelligent face." And I was like,
Okay.
I was like, well, what? Stop. What do you mean? What are you talking about? And I'm not going to. And
You
he
have an intelligent face.
and he stands it, and
that's got to be the title of the
Yeah.
episode.
That's a great
and he
come on line.
Yeah, and he gets right in front of me. And I take my AirPod out. I didn't really hear what he said. And I said, "I'm sorry, what?" And I'm like, I could do the accent. You over? I know. And he goes,
And he had an accent.
oh, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, fluent. I'll tell you one thing. That Indian accent must be really hard to shake
Oh, yeah.
because it's they speak fluent English, but they
Yeah.
always are
No, you can't. You
Sure.
don't shake that.
Yeah.
You don't want to shake it if you're from
Dates
the right
the
class.
thing.
cast.
If you're from the right
Cast.
class on up.
Yes, merchant
It's very
cast,
pretty.
right.
I mean, it's very classy.
Yeah.
You
You're
don't
like,
want to shake it.
yeah, the
like
posh-
Nikki Haley.
Yeah. Well,
No.
hey guys, I'm sorry to hear
Ramaswamy.
that.
I get it. Because
Okay.
that's what they wear. The ladies
sorry
wear
to
those.
hear it.
Yeah. So I'm guy standing in front of me, right? And he goes, and I take my thing. I go, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, because I didn't look like he was homeless or anything. He just, I don't know. And he goes, "You have a kind face, an intelligent face." And I said, "Oh, well, thank you very much." And I
Okay.
kind of go to keep walking, and he said,
I moisturize.
"Yes." He goes, and I actually do Keels. You get
Oh,
the
yeah,
trick-
I know you're a
Keels,
Keels girl.
Keels.
I know you're
yeah,
Keels.
a little SPF in it.
You like how they wear the lab coats.
Yes,
in
I know.
the store.
I feel like these. I'm like, you make $12 an hour.
Gives
You
you-
must be a doctor.
It gives you confidence.
There's a motorcycle in this store. This place
Right.
feels very, very professional. All of you.
Some motors.
Yeah.
There is a.
There
is a
sometimes a
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
Big Indians, big Indian motorcycle.
Sure.
So the guy goes, he goes, I am a yogi, okay, from India, and I read faces, and I want to read your face.
Holy
have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
It's
standing
good.
there, and I say to this guy, I go, "I'm sorry, what? Well, like what?" I was polite, but I was like, "What are you talking about?" So then he pulls out of his, I can't believe I didn't tell you this.
No.
He pulls out of his bag. He's got like a little fucking bag. He pulls it out.
his face reader.
Yeah, he pulls out it'd be great if he had like a wicker bag with snakes in it.
Yeah.
Pull that.
And like a laminated sheet.
Yeah. And he's like floating. No, he looked like he worked for Dell Computers or something.
That's how they
Sure.
disguise them now.
You're getting a Dell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need
so-
you to unplug your modem.
Right,
wait 30
right.
seconds.
Control Alt Delete.
Yeah.
When's the last time you defragged your hard drive?
Yeah.
So
A lot
the
of that
The
time.
guy's there. So he pulls a piece of paper out, right? And then he rips a little piece of paper off, like the size of a little postage stamp, and he hands it to me. And he goes, "Hold this in your left hand, crush it up, and just hold it." And then he has a pen, and he has another fresh piece of paper in that same notebook. And he goes, "What is your okay, I got to make sure what is your favorite flower?" And I looked at him, I go, "I don't know, orchid." He writes down orchid. He goes, "What is your mother's first name?" And I'm like, "Joanne." And he goes, "Okay." And he writes it down. Then he goes, "How old are you?" And I said, I'm 50. And he goes, "Are you 50 or did you just turn 50? And I said, "No, I'm 50. I'm 50. I'm not almost 50. He asked me if I was
Yeah.
almost 50. So he writes those three things down.
Fully 50.
He writes them down. I see him write them down. Then he goes, "Now, take the piece of paper in your left hand and kiss your hand and open the piece of paper." I'm like, by the way, I'm just standing on the fucking sidewalk with this guy. I'm like, I'm in this thing now. So I kiss my hand, I open the paper. I open it up. The fucking piece of paper says Joanne. It says 50.
What?
And it says orchid on it. I don't know how the guy
What
did it.
the fuck?
I promise
This
you
guy's
that.
doing close-up magic.
So I looked at the guy and I was like, well, that's a neat trick. And he goes, I am a yogi. I am from India and I read faces. I'm very famous. And then he goes, I will pray for you my entire life. He goes, I will pray for you. And I said, okay, well, that's great. I'm kind of like, I don't even know how he did this, but I'm
still
not
famous. I walk up to
You
people
see,
on the street.
maybe it was Salmon Rushdie.
Yeah, no.
Remember the Seinfeld with Salmon
Was he
Rushdie?
farm raised or something?
Yeah,
Farm raised?
not salmon.
Fucking
Salmon.
Upstream.
Yeah. Was he from Alaska? Fucking throw him in
You see?
Seattle.
So now didn't
No,
that sort
hold
of
on.
set you off a little bit
Yeah.
about?
Fuck.
So hold on. So the guy's there. So I go, because I'm not introspective. I don't really know the word is. I'm not spiritual like you are. I think it's wonderful that you are.
Did you?
Yes,
Did you get
are.
to save
You
the
just
piece
don't
of
know
paper?
All right, fair enough. So yeah, it was in my hand. It was like the same.
Did you keep it though?
Do we have it? Can you show it to
so
us?
here's what happened.
Here's the rub.
So
Might have been
then
a dream.
the guy goes to me.
That happens in dreams.
It very much happened. Believe
Oh,
me.
okay.
You don't dream about cedar shoe trees. So the guy
know.
goes to me. He goes, I will pray for you my entire life. He goes, because you are a rich man. I guess he probably knew about the Gucci loafers.
Wow,
I,
Right,
saw it,
yeah.
yeah.
You're on your way to.
Saw the bag.
I was
right?
wearing them. I was wearing the loafers.
Yeah.
You got to break in
Yeah.
loafers. That's actually.
You're on your way to buying shoe
Shoe
trees.
trees.
Yeah. This is
with
how much-
the loafers on.
This is how much of
He
a
paid
life.
you for a contribution.
This
That's what
is
was
how
going
much of a
on.
life I don't have. I actually put those loafers on, and I went down to Alden, which is down on 43rd Street, and the idea was to walk home so I could break in the loafers. And I was like, I'll buy shoe trees. So this is how much I don't have
Yeah.
to do in my life. So
It's a fun
sad.
day. It sounds like
the-
a good
yeah.
day.
Yeah. Always alone.
I would like that.
The loneliest boy in the world. So, so he goes, for my whole life, I will pray for you. He goes, and then he goes, because you're a rich man, he goes, you should give me $500.
Yeah, see,
okay.
this-
Now
yeah,
it's
see,
yeah.
there
we're
it is.
snapping
And
into
I
focus.
said,
See?
said, what? And then you could tell that he lost me. He goes, $300 to give me.
you started
Yes.
He was Jewish as
like,
well.
like in a second, he went
That's
down to
what famous
300.
street yogis do. You don't know that.
I
They'll,
said, hey,
they'll
boo boo.
negotiate.
Hey, boo boo, picnic basket. So I said, listen, I said, number one, you just ruined it. Okay. You ruined whatever
Right.
this is. You
Yeah,
ruined
but-
it.
right.
And then I said, number two, I said,
$500.
who the fuck walks around with $500 in their pocket? And he goes, I take Venmo. He goes, I
Sure.
take
He's
Venmo.
prepared. He takes cash
Oh,
out.
that's
I
so
should-
brilliant.
Imagine if I was
Probably.
like, all right, well, here
you
we
got
all
me.
right. Yeah, how about PayPal? Is that okay? Let's go to an ATM.
I would go.
Yeah, go
You know
to
what
an
I'd say to the
ATM.
guy? I would say, I'll give you 100
Yeah.
if you show me how you did it. But you have to actually show me how you did the trick.
God. Yeah, I don't.
Because it's just like it's a magic trick. It's just like a
I don't know how-
close up
Come on,
magic.
come on.
So
What
so
happened
then,
to the piece of paper?
So
with
well,
these?
so then he goes. I said, listen. I said, I'm not giving you $1. I said, I'm sorry. I said, and by the way, you should have led with this. You should have been like, for
Yeah.
$500, I'll read your
Well,
face.
he's got to blow your mind first.
And then he pulls out of his left pocket
gun.
all these.
gun.
Yeah, yeah, right. Cock ring. He's like, this is worn by Gandhi.
A giant fucking
Worn by
wobbly
Gandhi.
dildo.
Gandhi married a 9-year-old girl, and he wore this because he had erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction. Erectile. But so he pulls this out of his left pocket. He pulls all these brightly colored. They kind of look like playing cards or trading cards, but there are all these different guys on pillows and
Okay.
fucking things on their head. All these like Indian yogi guys, right? And he pulls it out. But then under that, he's got these pictures of these Indian kids, and the Indian kids are all fucked up.
Sure.
They're missing arms,
Yes.
and they got
Oh
like
my
they're like
God.
this.
Wow, so this turned into like
Oh, it's a charity
Sarah
contribution.
McLachlan.
I am the Sally Strawders of India, New
for
Delhi.
just the price of a cup of coffee a
Yeah.
day.
So he goes, and he
kinda
goes,
situation.
how about some money for the children? So I took the little piece of paper
Christ.
that he gave me, and I threw it at his book. And it landed on his stack of yogi playing cards or magic, whatever the fuck those things
Oh,
were.
that's what happened to the
Yeah.
piece of paper.
Yeah, it was tiny, and I said, "You ruined it. I'm out of here. Goodbye. This whole thing sucks now." And I just walked away.
Did you get his
Wow.
contact information?
No, but he wanted to give me his card. Like, he
Sure.
was,
Of
I would have
Yeah.
taken his card.
why? For what?
Wait,
So we
just
could
says-
check him out.
Says what bench he usually
What a-
sits on.
What organization? Yeah, what organization is like there's no accredited yogi organization.
No.
There
what do you-
Isn't?
Come on.
I
don't
mean,
know.
you know, you can be Bikram certified.
Yeah, but I
that
don't
guy was
understand. Yeah, but
No,
how
maybe.
did he get that? Come on.
I
Come on.
understand.
Something's
What do you
going
mean?
on. He got that.
I don't know
he
how
got
he did that. I
information
do.
onto that piece of paper.
That was to me. That was. I'll tell you one thing. That was really impressive, and it
Oh,
really
yeah.
fucking blew me away. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how he did it or whatever it was. It'd be funny if it was really. He goes. He like writes it all down. He goes. I'll be right back. Can I have the piece of paper back? And he goes around the corner and he writes on it. And, here, shim shim kalabim. And he go. Wow, this is amazing. Thank you.
So he's probably on somewhere on Madison.
Well, he said he was from India. Like I said, he looked like he did tech support for fucking Dell computers or something. And
Well, maybe we could catch him. I'd like to, try to track him down.
Well, and he walks up and down the street.
Maybe
and
he walks
goes
up and
to
down Madison.
Eccentric looking people that.
how dare you?
Well, I mean the loafers or
Just
whatever.
'cause I was wearing
yeah,
shorts
like-
with lobsters
I'm sure
and
you
beach
were.
balls
Yeah.
on them.
Yes.
It's
yeah, it's called an easy touch.
Yeah.
in
I was an
yogi-
easy
yogi
mark.
school. Easy
Right.
mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, listen, I just bought a couple of tickets to the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm not about
Yeah.
this. All right.
I don't have any more money.
Yeah, God. Yeah. By the way,
When
you're
did
not
this happen? By the way,
like 2 weeks ago. Probably 3 weeks this Sunday. 2 weeks this Sunday.
it was on Sunday.
I usually don't hear people out when they kind of flag me down, and I'm wondering if I should because that's
Well, are you
interesting.
Because your buds are.
usually when they go like, hey, and I go, and as long as they're not like, which way is the? I just go, I'm fucking.
Well,
I'm gonna
No,
keep
of
walking.
course,
I will-
especially nowadays.
I'll tell you,
billions of people on the street.
I'll tell you, ironically, if I wasn't wearing the earbuds, I would have kept walking. You know what I mean? The
Right.
fact that I had
That
to
is
stop
ironical.
Yeah.
and take it out, the fact that it was like it added an extra step to me being like fuck off.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So, but I
But
didn't
you would
say-
have missed an experience.
a wonderful story. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So
Well,
yeah. No. I
Good old-fashioned
but also,
grift.
Yeah. You're not going to go there because it's 40 blocks south. That's like for you. That's like going to fucking Antarctica.
and
You
it's
know?
on the east side.
Yeah, Madison Avenue.
No,
you
no.
have, you know what you have to do? You have to wear one of those diving suits from 1880, all made of brass, with like
Yeah.
air from Zabars in it. You know,
Exactly, you
Like,
have to-
yeah,
yeah.
they got to keep breaking pieces of Hamantaschen in a fan so
Now
you
don't
smell. You
careful
like,
now.
You like Hamantaschen?
Yeah, but we're very sensitive about
What?
Baked
anti-Semitism is
Jew-
on the
Jew-
rise.
Jew pastry.
Jew hating and stuff like that.
goods? Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it on the rise?
Oh my gosh,
I
it's not
heard,
good.
I heard the.
You didn't mean that though, right? Not that.
There's
way.
nothing anti-Semitic about saying that you need to have
Hamantaschen.
air from the Upper West Side to go down
It's
to
a dog whistle.
Yeah,
It's a dog.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
we were
dog
going more for
whistle.
like a lifeguard whistle.
I wish I could. I was.
Or a wolf whistle. Or something.
I was. I
A
was
regular whistle.
watching
Just
something.
a regular old whistle.
I was watching something recently, and there was some famous director. I wish I could remember their name, but they were talking to him about the Holocaust.
Oh,
and he said, he goes, I know, right? Enough, please. We get it.
Enough.
It was terrible, and let's move on, okay? But no, I know.
No, but-
I agree with you on that one. But he goes, he was an English guy, and he goes, well, no, I think it may have been Alec Guinness, the actor, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sure.
Although I don't want to.
Obi-Wan
That tracks.
Kenobi.
Luke, I hate the Jews, Luke. Luke, I use my lightsaber to cut down Anne Frank, Luke. But no, he goes, apparently, and again, it may not have been this guy, but maybe in the Swami for all I know. But he goes,
Yeah, he was somebody else.
he goes, well, I'll tell you one thing. He goes, those Jews must have done something to deserve
Wow.
this. There's a feeling like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
The
well.
largest instance of victim blaming maybe in history.
Yes, yeah.
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
all over.
Jews
As a matter-
had a comment.
The Times had the story this morning on what's his name?
Elon Musk.
Mahmoud
Hitler.
Abbas, the
Abbas?
the Palestinian president.
Oh, and what did he say?
Well, he said, it wasn't about religious hatred. It was about, shenanigans that the Jews were pulling
Okay.
off with finances and stuff like that.
How was that even better? That seems like
It's not
right.
right.
Yeah, that seems like a little bit
It just
of a,
compounds.
well, what I like is I like innocent anti-Semitism.
Ah.
Like
Sure.
Give us an example.
well, like that guy Hani. We had
Yeah.
a guy Hani on
Was
the show.
Hani on here? You
He
should
was-
have put him on with me. What?
Well, we did it. This was live from rehab with Brian McCarthy.
Oh,
so
okay.
this is when I was doing shows surreptitiously in the basement of my
Oh, cool.
rehab mansion. I had to smuggle my phone in my asshole. It was an entire payphone.
I insisted you do that too, even though it didn't
I know.
matter.
Yeah, I didn't mind. It was an
I
English.
just want it up your butt.
Yep, it was one of those English ones. It was red with all
Well,
the windows on it.
Yeah.
But you were attached at that time.
Well, I was recording him on the other end, on the outside. And he was
on the
smuggling a
outside of
phone into
the
the basement.
facility.
Yeah.
So
what
Hani,
did Hani have
was
to
from
say?
Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So, and I was asking him all these questions about Saudi Arabia because it's interesting. It's almost like it's not a closed country, but it's pretty close. You know what I mean? And so I said, what about? Do you have Jews in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh? You have Jews, and without missing a beat, he goes, "Of course we have Jews. We have banks."
Voila.
Yeah,
Said,
and-
bless your heart.
Yeah, he didn't
Bless
know any.
your
It was,
little heart.
it was like the innocent, and because we were talking for a minute about doing a comedy tour of the Middle East,
Oh, how cool.
and only jokes
Oh my
about the
God.
royal family. Only jokes about right.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So here I am looking at this guy and wearing his towels. Hey, where'd you buy that outfit? Bed Bath and Beyond. But seriously,
Good,
folks.
good humor.
Yeah, it's good.
Sure
About
you would
a bone.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Hey, could I please have some sand in everything I'm eating? But but I digress. But no, he was it was
Was he in
but
for something?
we were talking. He had extreme.
What are you in for?
Yeah, he had extreme anxiety. So he was
Oh,
yeah.
EA.
He was and they don't have
Yeah.
facilities. It was Silver Hill up in Connecticut. They don't have facilities like that in Saudi Arabia.
Well, they don't have anxiety.
They don't have anxiety
or depression.
They do when they see an electric car. Oh no! Look at this! Look at this thing! I don't know why he sounds Jamaican.
He sounded
oh,
Jamaican,
Oh
but-
no, man! Me go down
Run,
to
come a yard.
yeah. Let me go to Yemen. Get some jerk chicken in Yemen.
Come a Tesla.
Yes. The Swami tell me my mother's name is Joanne, man. But the guy goes, yeah. But it was interesting. I remember he showed me because I had my phone. Nobody else had a phone. He was showing me the phone. He goes, do you like Ferraris? And I go, yeah, of course I like Ferraris. And he shows me a picture and he goes, these are. He goes, we'll take one of these out if you come to visit me. And I go, well, which? He goes, oh, they're all mine. I was like, oh,
Okay.
fucking shout out to Hani. But yeah. But
Black gold.
but what he said to me was, when this was interesting, is he said, because I was going to do this comedy thing, and I said, if we do this, because it was going to be called the Kingdom Comedy Tour, and
Kingdom Come comedy tour.
Kingdom Kong,
Yeah.
exactly. Every show comics would be attacked by biplanes. Just swat them away.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But I said, what about? I asked him. I said, what if there are like Jews on the tour? Like we're going to be going to Qatar or Qatar, whatever the fuck you call it. And these various, maybe stop through Damascus. I hear that's nice this time of year.
It's hot, but
it's hot.
beautiful.
Yeah, you got to get those breezes off the Mediterranean.
You got the
smell-
Scirocco
right.
off the Mediterranean.
You don't want
then
the
you're
rotting
okay.
corpses of the children's bodies, the charred flesh of the infidels. But basically, what he said to me, he goes, look, Jews are fine. I mean, kind of. He goes, Israelis are a no-go. That was his thing.
He and I would get along.
Yeah, you don't like Israelis?
More about the region.
No,
that
no,
they
I
don't-
didn't say that. But I'm just being a not Israeli Jew. He might.
you're
we could be buddies.
You're Ashkenazi.
Ashkenazi.
Yes. We had a girl on the show. Shout out to Joanna Angel, and she is Sephardic. And there's actually a very famous Sephardic Michelin bakery called Michael's out of Israel. So I got
where's
her.
that?
It's right up on like 91st Street, right around here.
that sounds
and
like
I got her a bunch
good.
of croissants stuffed with havla. So she loved them. She said they're
Oh
really
man,
good.
what a great idea.
Yeah, well, I wanted to, she's a very, very attractive woman. So
She a guest or something?
she was a
What are you
guest.
talking
Yeah,
about?
you're clearly a big fan, Howard. Thank you. Well, I guess you can't listen
Oh,
on,
you can't.
on a flip phone. Do you have a laptop
Yeah,
or
he
something?
doesn't know how to
in your-
access this.
Yeah.
You have a laptop.
Yeah.
But you don't have like an iPad or something.
No. Why would
you-
I have that?
Why didn't you? Because you would love it. I don't know. I don't know. Why
Yeah, why?
not?
Come on.
I'm eccentric.
Why be such a Luddite?
I'm a Luddite.
But you.
What do you mean? Why be such a Luddite? I am a Luddite.
But I'm saying like.
It's like saying why be such a
But I'm
Jew?
saying
You
like
know, I'm a Jew.
why? Yeah, but I know it can't be helped. But what I'm saying is like. That's why I'm worried about getting older. Is like when you get older, I feel like you stop
Right.
doing new things, and so. Like an iPad, I saw this video of an 100-year-old woman with an iPad. They gave it
See?
to her, and she was able to fuck around with it in about 10 seconds. It's just
Well,
image.
she had a technological capability.
You think she worked? Right,
She worked with
right.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
She worked at the first Radio Shack in 1905.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
She was
like-
wired that way. I'm not wired that way. It doesn't matter how old or what.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
not
because I do
wired
know
that way.
people of all ages that are that way. That
Yeah, of
just
course.
can't.
Yeah, but I also know people
Can't
that
do
like
it.
they celebrate the fact that they don't use technology. Like I worked for a guy, and the way that he sent emails is he would write a letter and then he would fax it to his assistant who was in Florida, and then she would email it from there.
That takes time.
Yeah, but he did it for him. It was like that was part of his like gimmick. You know what I mean? Like that was his like.
See, I'm not that bad.
No, you're not. You're not.
Why wouldn't you?
I'll put an email directly on.
I feel like it would almost be better to just for his gimmick to be sending a handwritten letter for everything.
right with a pigeon.
No, but-
R.E.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with a quill. And
meeting on
yes.
Monday.
Right, with a quill and an inkwell. Right.
Right.
Or telegram.
Rather than the 5 or
telegrams
maybe
are
a stinging
great.
telegram.
My
love telegrams.
dearest Hannah.
Yes.
right.
in his shorthand.
Yeah. These winter months have found me
LOL.
encumbered. Right. Yeah. Right. He like draws his own emojis beautifully. Right. Eggplant.
They're gold.
egg-
They're like gold leaf.
Yeah. Yeah.
emoji.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah. Each
that'd be
email
great.
takes 3 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
this
he's
is an
way
angle.
out there.
Beautiful
he's way
colleague,
out
yeah.
there.
I like that.
No, for him
He's
it was
way out there.
And actually, he started emailing on his own. I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I mean, it was a big deal.
By
It was-
kerosene lantern.
Yeah, that's like it became
Oh, I
like
love kerosene lamp.
a topic of conversation. He'd be like, "I don't like phone. I send it to Ann, who's down in West Palm Beach, and she sends it from there." It was like that's part
Is
of
that
his,
what he sounded like?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, he sounded like this.
It was a yogi.
There was a yogi. Hey, boo boo.
He was a yogi of a sort.
Let's check in.
Yeah,
Oh, please.
we're going to check in with the folks, and then we're going to go behind the beaded
Yeah.
curtain because
Hey,
it's getting to be about that time.
By the way, if you're checking in, I'll do it one more time. Please
Yeah.
like, comment, share, especially if you're a
Yeah.
long time, like I don't want to say fan, but a friend of the show. If it leaves some kind of bullshit comment, because apparently it helps, and you know,
Sure do. Get us in the algorithm.
The folks upstairs are telling me I need to do this more, and also I've been posting more on Instagram. It's a giant pain in the ass for me because of all the different things. So please, it's at Brian M Show on TikTok, on Instagram, and even on fucking whatever this is, YouTube.
X. Oh
No.
See, I was
It's
trying to show my
it's
technology.
hack this right on
Yeah,
X.
yeah. Hack this 69 is on
This.
on Twitter.
This,
X. That's
sure.
right. But who gives a shit about Twitter? It's fine. I just go there for all my right wing Jew hating news.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So
Hi.
what do you got?
Hi to Julian.
Hi,
Hi
Julian.
to Key. Key
Hi.
says, "Hey, daddies, happy
Hey.
Friday."
Hey,
I don't know
sweetie.
if Key what their gender is, but
I'm hoping it's
but
a
I'm
guy.
not- yeah, me too. I was
Yeah,
kind of hoping.
Girls make it weird.
The hard 174 says something is wrong in the state of Denmark. Howard is not wearing his traditional plaid.
Well, he's wearing
Do you
seersucker
normally wear plaid?
madras, I think, or something. You
Oh, it's in the wash.
Well, you're like a Russian nesting doll. You know what I mean? Like you can just take off things and
Yeah.
keep going. But he's wearing madras.
Madra.
So,
No, what do you call it? Seersucker.
No, you're right. Seersucker, of course.
Yeah, that's serious. Like, right. James O'Sullivan says Hollywood Howard is looking good. When a looker like him is on the show, wish he was presented dead center with the hard camera.
Now, that's an
They're
idea.
not even. They don't want to settle for a profile because he's so handsome.
Sorry, listen,
That's an
I know.
idea.
He's always got a great
Can we
tan.
spitch-
Sorry.
Can we spitch place?
Pitch place.
Can we spitch place?
Hello to
Hi,
Josh Jack.
Hi, Josh.
Josh Jack says Jordan Peterson. Good guess. Is he calling you Jordan Peterson?
I guess so.
I don't
How
even know
dare
what that
you.
means.
He's a kind of Canadian
Rapist.
sort of right wing kind of philosopher.
Oh,
Really?
you know?
Is it like
Yeah.
the guy from that I actually met that guy a bunch of times? Who's the guy from Vice? What's his name? McGinnis or something?
Yeah, Gavin McGinnis.
Gavin.
He's like more of a this guy's more of a serious. Like he gives TED Talks on like gender. And
You know what
stuff.
I saw Gavin do? He could do this thing where he put a bunch of blow in the middle of his hand and he just put it right up his nose, like right at a
Wow.
bar. I saw him do it like a bunch
As
of times.
opposed to
party
snort.
trick.
I don't know, like going to the
Inhaling?
bathroom like a fucking human being.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean doing it right out in
Yeah.
public? What's
He-
legal?
He's
isn't
like,
it?
I'm hiding in plain sight, eh? Sorry. Anyway.
Hello to Matthew.
Hi,
Says,
Matthew.
I love you, sirs.
We love you, Matthew.
Let's see.
Better-
Josh Check says white people problems.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the Gucci loafers?
Maybe
You
or
gotta
the
break them in.
TV. I
white
don't know.
people. No, I think it was the TV thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, black people have TVs.
Yeah,
just-
They
sure
do?
They just have tubes.
Where?
They have tubes in them. I'm just kidding. I'm just,
Aw.
I'm just kidding. I'm saying that.
More
Oh,
anti-Semitic
he says
material.
you boys, you boys indulging in any fall treats, pumpkin spice, everything.
Well, now,
That's
'cause
topical.
It's
I like
98 fucking degrees
yeah,
in New York
it's
right
not
now.
really
Yeah.
autumn yet.
Doesn't feel very.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know
the
where you're-
equinox is in 2 weeks. It's not autumn.
I don't know where you are, Key, but it's fucking 90 here.
it's
so
muggy as hell.
maybe we have.
It's all right.
some
Hey,
pumpkin spice
Hey guys,
snowballs.
you ready for this? It's so muggy that I gave the weather my wallet.
Oh,
I get it.
See what I
That's
did?
not
get
original
it.
material, is it?
No, it's
Come
very,
on.
very much original. Yeah, I
came up with
for
that.
you.
Yeah, did I tell you I wrote the Dos Equis?
Did
Nick,
you write that
I
campaign?
did. Thank you. You don't even know what that campaign is. Don't patronize.
Yeah, but
me.
I know what the product is.
Okay.
he's familiar with Dos Equis.
Sure, you're drunk.
Nick Infinite
Yes, Nick.
says hi, Brian.
Hi, Nick. Hello, Nick Infinite.
Rohi.
Hello, Rohi.
What are your thoughts? Oh, it's
What's
something
the
about
question?
stuttering John. He doesn't know about that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like that guy. That's what I don't know.
Yeah, stuttering
he's a
John's
creep.
co-host. We don't even know.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Nick says loafers are stylish.
They are.
Key says get him on the podcast, meaning the yogi.
Oh, God.
Oh, and then Key says
That would be interesting.
Key says they are from Oregon. So I don't know if what the weather's like in Oregon. If you're doing,
Oh,
It's raining.
he said
It's
what?
all-
Raining.
no, but not necessarily. It gets hot up there now. The whole weather's, it's all
Well,
fucked
the
up.
weather is all.
I'll tell you
turned
guys,
around, yeah.
you let gays get married to each other, and this is what happens.
Do you
You're
think that's
welcome.
what it-
You're-
direct impact?
Yep,
Oh, you put
gay
something
marriage.
together
Probably right.
finally. You
Yep.
put two and two
Gay-
together
yep.
there. You know?
You start.
Jason says up early again in Hawaii.
Oh, we love that.
Checking in.
Hawaii.
Yeah, I like when people check in from their location.
I do like
kind
that.
of fun.
I was just going to say, where are people checking in?
ASL.
from?
ASL, everybody.
ASL.
In case
Exactly.
in case you want.
And also top or bottom. We'd like to know that too.
that is good.
What's your
Yeah.
sexual proclivity, or if you're versatile.
if you're versatile, you get preference.
Oh yeah,
Put a
you get,
V down
yeah,
next to
you
your
get a free T-shirt.
Power bottoms
Yeah.
to the front of the line.
Did I tell you, by the way, that, oh yeah, exactly. Right, immediate. That's funny. That's a great name for the show too, though. if you
Power
think about it.
bottom.
Yeah, power bottoms.
Did I
That's
tell you
adorable.
that because I sell T-shirts on the website, and I went to the company that sells that I use for the T-shirts, and I was like, let me see if if there's any activity on this thing, because nobody goes to websites anymore, and it just kind of lives on my website. It's a store. It doesn't cost me any money, because if you order it, then the company makes it. It's not like I have an inventory of T-shirts. You understand? So. Anyway, so I called the company, shout out Underground Printing in Michigan. Very nice people, actually. And I got the guy on the phone, and he's like, all right, let's look it up. And he's looking at the thing, and I'm like, yeah, how many? And he goes, you can say he's embarrassed. He goes, 1. And I said, 1? I said, well, then who is it? And he looks at it, and he goes, it's you.
Oh no,
That's what I thought.
I'm the only person who bought a T-shirt from me. What a fucking loser.
Oh my God, some fella named Brian.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere, though.
Sure.
I mean,
I'm-
you
I'm
don't believe in
I'm
your own
fucking-
product.
I'm 3/4 dead. When is it going to fucking pop?
Right,
Anyway, enough
It'll
about
pop.
me.
It'll pop.
No.
James O'Sullivan checking in from Chicago, Power Bottom. He says.
Chi-Town,
Power
Power
Bottom.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Meet me in Boys Town.
And with that, let's go behind the beaded
Hey,
curtain.
everybody, thank you very much. You guys have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday. And if you're listening again, all the social media bullshit and blah, blah, blah. Okay.